Hi, I'm Guinn Unger. I'm on the board of directors of La Plata Electric Association, and I'm running for re-election in District 4. I decided to create this series of True Facts videos because of the massive amount of misinformation that has been spread during this campaign. My opponent, Sue McWilliams, has created a series of videos and documents that are on her website. I downloaded one of those documents, and I'd like to read some of it to you now. Tri-State is our wholesale electric provider and is a co-op like LPEA. So like LPEA, Tri-State is owned by us, the members. This is primarily true, but I'd like to tell you something very interesting that my opponent did not say. When LPEA sends our representatives to Tri-State to sit as a director on their board, one of the first things they're told is that they must act in the best interest of Tri-State, not in the best interest of LPEA. We've sent 2 representatives to Tri-State during the time that I've been on the LPEA board, and they've both reported back that they are obligated to act in the best interest of Tri-State, and our LPEA attorney has also confirmed that this is true. This falls under the doctrine of fiduciary duty, which means that a director of a corporation must act in the best interest of that corporation. So when it comes time to vote on something, our representative has to vote for Tri-State's interests, not LPEA's interests. If you've been a Tri-State member for a few years, you might remember that in 2017, when Kohler McInnes was LPEA's representative to Tri-State, LPEA asked Tri-State to increase our allowance for locally produced energy from 5% to 10%. The Tri-State board turned us down, and Kohler voted against LPEA's request. Now, I believe that Kohler was doing what he felt like he was legally required to do. And in fact, Tri-State has sued its own directors in at least one case for not voting in Tri-State's best interests. So this is what I would call a strange sort of governance, where representatives from the member co-ops can't represent their own co-ops. So, reading again from Ms. McWilliams' document, when I asked Mr. Unger questions like, quote, why would the board want to buy out of our co-op partner TS and go with an investor-owned electric provider that most likely will be selling us electricity generated from coal too, he can't answer other than to say it's cheaper. Well, certainly cheaper is good. That means our members pay less. But let's talk about buying power from someone besides Tri-State. During our investigations, we sent out a request for indicative pricing to quite a few companies from whom we could buy power. In our request, we asked for 3 flavors of power. First, we asked for pricing for a mix of clean and dirty energy that matches what we currently get from Tri-State, about 1/3 clean, 2/3 dirty. Second, we asked for pricing for a 50-50 mix of clean and dirty. And finally, we asked for pricing for 100% clean energy. We received pricing from a number of companies, all of which could meet our requested energy mixes. We also received fixed prices for various contract terms from about 10 years to 25 years. Note that I said fixed prices. If you aren't really aware of how our contract with Tri-State works, there's nothing in the contract that specifies the price that we pay Tri-State. Those rates are set by Tri-State, and we have no option but to pay them. But with a private energy supplier, we can sign a contract where we know exactly how much it will cost for the entire length of the contract. While the LPEA board decided not to release all of the price information that we gathered to the public in order to safeguard our negotiating position with Tri-State, we did post on the LPEA website a report from an energy consultant showing what prices would likely be for 2020. Those prices are substantially less than we're paying Tri-State. And I can say that the responses to our RFP confirmed this. In order not to have this video go on too long, I'm going to stop now. I'll be producing a follow-up video that will address more of my opponent's assertions in the near future. You should have received your ballot from LPEA by now. If you're interested in continuing our efforts to get cleaner, cheaper, and locally produced energy, I would appreciate your vote. Now you know the true facts. Stay informed, stay safe, and be sure to vote. Thank you.